There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Those are the words of the poet Leonard Cohen, and they don't offer the kind of easy comfort we're used to. We live in a world obsessed with the illusion of flawlessness. We are taught to present a perfect, unbroken surface to the world, in our careers, in our relationships, and on our social media feeds. We use filters to hide our blemishes and carefully curate our stories to edit out the failures. We treat our cracks, our mistakes, our scars, our moments of breaking as sources of shame, things to be hidden and forgotten. We believe that to be valuable we must be perfect. But what if that entire premise is wrong? What if the most valuable, resilient, and beautiful things in this world are not the ones that have never been broken, but the ones that have, and have had the courage to heal? There is a story from 15th century Japan that speaks to this. The shogun, Ashikaga Yoshimasa, had a favorite ceramic tea bowl. One day, it was dropped and shattered. Heartbroken, he sent it away to be repaired. In those days, repair meant crude metal staples, and the bowl came back functional, but ugly. It was scarred. The shogun was disappointed. He tasked his own craftsmen with finding a more beautiful way to mend what was broken. What they created was not just a technique, but a philosophy. They didn't hide the damage, they illuminated it. They learned to mend the broken pieces using a special lacquer mixed with powdered gold. This art became known as kintsugi, which translates to golden joinery. When a kintsugi master repairs a bowl, the cracks are not concealed. They are traced in gold, becoming the most striking feature of the piece. The philosophy is radical. The bowl is more beautiful for having been broken. The damage is not a part of its history to be disguised, it is the part to be celebrated. The cracks tell a story of resilience. They prove that the object has lived, it has been tested, and it has not only survived, but has become more precious in the process. This isn't a metaphor about simply picking yourself up. It's a complete reframing of what damage and healing mean. We are taught that when we break, we are diminished. Kintsugi teaches that when we heal, we can become more. The light that gets in through the crack isn't just about seeing a silver lining. The light is the gold itself. It's the wisdom, the empathy, the self-knowledge, and the unique strength that you can only gain from surviving a break. Think about your own life, the career path that shattered, the relationship that ended, the failure that you carry in silence. We all have these cracks. Our instinct is to hide them, to pretend they never happened. We see them as proof of our fragility. But what if they are proof of our history? What if the gold is the compassion you learned from heartbreak? What if it's the resilience you forged from failure? What if it's the humility you gained from being wrong? The point is not to seek out suffering. The point is to stop hiding the evidence that you have survived it. The most interesting, authentic, and strongest people are not the ones who have lived a flawless, unbroken life. They are the ones whose cracks are filled with gold. They are the ones who understand that the story is in the scars. So, stop striving for a life without cracks. It doesn't exist. Instead, learn to be the artisan of your own healing. Take the lacquer of your experience, mix it with the gold of your resilience, and trace the lines of your own story. Because there is a crack in everything. That's not the flaw in the design. That is the design. And that is how the light gets in.